Looked like Nicki Minaj finally found the found the Twitter button to respond to all the nonsense that was going on, and Wayne being snubbed, and everybody was kind of chiming in yesterday. But it took today for her to get her opinions off. Now she got online today, and by the way, we didn't finish watching that video. We are gonna watch it, but I wanted to read you what Nicki Minaj said. Nicki Minaj said this. Um, which actually, before I get to Nicki Minaj, let me read what Boosie said. And I want to make this very clear. This isn't like, I get it. I keep telling you, we're in post battle. We're all suffering from post battle syndrome. So Drake fans, there's certain Drake fans who don't really care if Wayne headlines. They're just mad that Kendrick is headlining, right? Then you have people who might feel both, right? Like they're like for example, me. Like I'm genuinely kind of disappointed that Wayne's not headlining. Now, do I think that Kendrick don't deserve to headline? Not necessarily. I just look at it as like this just feels like an extension of a battle or a beef because he hasn't put out any new original music other than the battle. You get what I'm saying? So it feels like almost a payoff from the battle. Regardless, here's the thing. And I think the point about Wayne that a lot of people were trying to make, it kind of rings true because, I'm going to read what Boosie said, but for everybody who's been questioning, like, oh no, if you're trying to pick up for Wayne, it's just because you like Drake and you're just mad that no. It's not necessarily that you're mad at Kendrick. You're mad that Wayne's getting snubbed. I don't think that if you think this would have happened anywhere else, Jay-Z's from New York. Jay-Z's from Brooklyn. If you think Jay-Z would have the Super Bowl here with a rap artist, and I've seen a lot of people message me, and they were like, no, look at the last Super Bowl in New York. It had people not from New York performing. We're not talking about pop artists or R&B artists. We're talking about rap. Rap is a really regional type of, it has a really, in rap, there's a regionality connection to the majority. Actually, not the majority. Every artist. Like, part of Drake's story and content is that he's from Toronto. Part of Meek Mill's story is that he's from Philly. Part of 50, Jay, Locks is because they're from Nas. Like, is because they're from New York. So there's a regionality connection. I don't know where Post Malone is from. He could be from Idaho. It could be from motherfucking North Dakota. I don't know, right? I don't even know where is Usher from? I don't know. Like, I know he spent some time in Atlanta, but like, I don't know where Usher's from. So like, when it comes to R&B singers, we don't really care. Or we don't really know. Pop stars as well, right? Like, for example, Taylor Swift. I don't know where Taylor Swift's from. I think if we say most rappers, you could identify regionally where they're from because that's what their music's about. And also, usually before they bubble up to the national scene, their region is usually giving them the vote of confidence that their music kind of represents that region, the plight of somebody come up in that region, and they build a buzz up in that region. For example, again, we could name any rapper. If we say Dirk, you're gonna know it's Chicago, right? If we say Moneybagg Yo, you're gonna know Memphis. If you know the artist and you know their music reasonably well, the rapper, you're probably gonna know their region. So for everybody who was saying, why do we care that it's New Orleans? If it was, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is my opinion. If it wasn't a rapper, I wouldn't care. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't care. Like if they gave it to Ed Sheeran, right? If they gave it to Ed Sheeran, I wouldn't give a fuck because I know that somebody's going to be in his ear to say, bring out Wayne for a song or two, right? But when it comes to rap, right? And also, I think what happens is that, Jay-Z took over the Super Bowl halftime show. He took over this whole thing in 2001, not 2001, 2021. And I think, and what happened is that in 2022, when the Super Bowl went down in Inglewood, California, it was a theme of giving it to rappers that were from the West Coast. Now, again, let me see who was the performers. They gave it to 50 was a guest because Eminem got brought out, but Eminem was really with Dr. Dre. There was a showcase in Aftermath, so we had